Okay, I'm not sure when this message will reach you guys, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, classmates. I am going to be going over chapter 14, which is a very short and easy chapter. I got lucky, so thank you to our professor for that. My chapter is about ebooks. First, I'm going to start by, if you follow along with my PowerPoint, it'll help because my PowerPoint is only like 6 slides, and I'm just basically going to go in depth in what I put on the PowerPoint presentation. So the first page will look like this. It's well, like this. It's just the introduction page, and then the second page will just be like an introduction of the ebook. So an ebook, for those of you who don't know, is a digitized book. So basically, say if you have a hard copy of whatever book, if you can read it online, like on your smartphone or on your tablet or on your computer, then it can be considered an ebook. The goal of an ebook is to provide the ability to read books through an on-screen interface rather than on paper. It's basically what I just said in different words. The ebook was created in 1971 by Michael Hart, and it's basically a new way to consume a message. Basically, you can have newspapers, magazines, school books, any type of book, convert it into an online message. Yeah, something like that. An online message so that you can read the book online. An e-reader is something that you need in order to, well, something that you use in order to read an ebook. So it's a lightweight handheld device. It's specifically created for reading ebooks and digital text, and it can hold a library to up to 1,000 books, and it's not necessary to read an ebook. So what that basically is saying is that you don't need an e-reader to read an ebook. You can have a tablet or a cell phone device, and you can read an ebook on your cell phone device or on your tablet. So if you have an e-reader, that's cool, but you don't need an e-reader to read an ebook. A couple of examples of e-readers are the Amazon Kindle, the Sony Discman and Reader, the Barnes and Noble's Nook, and the iPad. The Sony Discman and Reader was the first e-reader created. It wasn't very popular because of the fact that Sony did not have a large audience of people who were buying books from them, so it kind of like didn't really do good. The first popular e-reader was the Amazon Kindle. I'm quite sure everyone's heard of a Kindle. Amazon's Kindle was successful because a lot of people who subscribe to Amazon are used to purchasing books online through Amazon. So they were just opening up a new way to provide something that they were already selling. Where Sony, when you think of Sony, you think about music, you think about disc players, or you think about CDs or music in some type of form. You don't think about books. So Amazon has that. They're already kind of in that lane, so it worked out for them with the Kindle. And then after the Kindle came the Barnes and Noble Nook, which is basically like the same thing as a Kindle. It's just made through Barnes and Noble. And then the iPad took off, and it was, way larger than the Amazon Kindle in the Nook. And of course the Sony Discman and the Sony Reader. The iPad had a larger screen. You could access your email, and you could do web browsing on your iPad. It came with an app called Ebooks, where you can download books and open the book and read the book like open the book like an ebook and read the book on your iPad. And then you can also do that. You can also install the iBook app on your iPhone and your Mac computer and stuff like that too. The next slide, I think the next slide is, my slides are probably all out of order, but you'll get the gist of it once you're watching my video and looking through my slideshow. I think the next slide is the status of the e-reader currently. I wrote on my slide the number of people purchasing e-readers is significantly lower than tablets. So therefore, that's just saying people aren't buying the Amazon Kindle and the Barnes & Noble Nook as much as they're buying iPads, because like I said, there's more options for things to do on the iPad than on the Kindle. Like the Kindle was made specifically as an e-reader, where on the iPad you can use it as an e-reader and you can do multiple other things on it. The iPad is basically like a baby computer, honestly, if you ask me. As the tablet ownership grows, more people are using it for ebooks. So people are buying the tablet, the iPad, just so that they can use it as an e-reader. Like, it's a good device to have if you like to read your books online. Apple got into a little bit of trouble, I think, in 2013 for price fixing the prices of ebooks, and that kind of like messed with the marketing of ebooks, and it kind of got Apple in trouble. So as of 2013, the prices for e-readers have been stagnant. They haven't increased or went down at all since 2013. My next slide is about the availability of ebooks. More books are published in ebook format than print, which just says that's pretty much, you know, I don't know what word I want to use for that, but that's pretty much true to its word. You know, people are publishing their books as ebooks and not as prints, basically. It's easier to update. So say you know how we kind of bought this book for our class. If I was to buy this book as an ebook, and say maybe that I failed the class, God forbid, and the next class I had to take wanted this book, but it wanted the newer edition, that I could just update the book on my e-reader. So that's one of the reasons why the e-book is selling over the print book. And then many bestsellers aren't sold in any other format. So some books are made only as ebooks. So you have to have some type of e-reader to read that book that you really want to read, because it's only a ebook. Some best-selling e-books are sold at $6.50, which is pretty cheap. And then the most expensive ebooks are like $9.99 or less. So that kind of makes the availability of the ebook more, you know, convenient than buying a hard copy of the book. I wanted to go over e-ink. I think I put that on my slide. I put that on ebook example side under Sony Discman. The e-ink was a format that they used in inside of ebooks. So it was basically like a type of light that they put in the back of the book, in the back of the e-reader, so that people could, when they read the book, it would seem more like a book, like more paper-like. And that is that's basically set the tone for ebooks. So when Amazon created the Kindle and Barnes & Noble created the Nook, they used the e-ink system, which was created by the Sony Discman and Reader. So even though the Sony Discman and the Sony Reader didn't really take off or excel the way they expected to, it did set the tone for the e-reader. So the e-ink comes from Sony, and it actually set the tone for ebooks. And that's all I have for this chapter. It's a very cute and short, sweet chapter, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And good luck with the rest of this session.